I am coming to you from my parents' bedroom. My mom has this beautiful vanity here and I really enjoy doing my hair and makeup in here. And since they're not here, guess who's using it? Anyhow, we are gonna go over my makeup routine. People ask me all the time, what do you do? What do you use? So today is the day, and this will be accompanied by a newsletter for all of you that shares the different products I'm using. I know my biggest problem today is gonna be, do I go with the Powder Lawless blush or the Ilia cream blush? But because I have a shoot I'm doing, I think I'm gonna go powder, but I really enjoy the cream, glowy lusciousness of the Ilia during just a regular day. But today isn't just a regular day, so let's get to it. So I'm going to just kind of tuck my hair back. Sometimes you know what, I'm gonna pull it with my hair elastic because it gets in the way sometimes. Okay, just don't like the creases. All right, here we go. So I have moisturizer on. I have my True Radiance oil, from True Botanicals that I love with a little vitamin C. And I've got my sponge and it's wet. Super key. I didn't realize that I had been using my sponge dry and not understanding what the hype was about these sponges. So stick it under the faucet, squeeze it, make sure you wash it every time afterwards. I use some of my cleanser and just clean it like that. But the sponge has to be wet for it to really do its job. Not soaking wet though, you're squeezing this all out. So it's just moist. Okay, so I really love Annie Lawless's foundations. They're clean. And I usually use Arizona and Mojave, but I'm a little paler as you can see. So I have this other one that I was trying. It's called 100% Pure Bamboo Blur Foundation. And it's super light, it's in sand. It says sand sable underneath. But I use a little of this to kind of lighten up my foundation. So I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna mix it with my Arizona. So I did like a little squirt of each. And I'm gonna mix it on my hand. And then I'm going to start. And what I did forget is the little mirror I need nearby to help me really see what I'm doing here. And you gotta get into kind of the baby hair so you don't have that white line at the top. And it's just a nice pat. And get the ears so everything's the same color. And then I take the rest of this, go like that. So we can get all of it off. Try to blend everything in so it all looks the same. All right, now we inspect. And we make sure everything is even. Sometimes you might need a little bit more to go in. Like I'm kind of feeling like I need a little bit more in here. So I'm gonna go back in with the same combo, just a smidge more. Since it will be on camera today. And we wanna make sure we get the coverage we need. Because you can only do this part once. Oh, it's because I self-tanned last night. Sometimes when I use a self-tanner, I like the Isle of Paradise drops. Sometimes it sticks to my spots a little bit. All of them do, not just that one. So if I have any brown spots, that'll kind of make them a little darker right along with everything else, which means the next day I need a little bit more coverage. So now I remember the culprit. Okay, much better. That's done. So now we're gonna move on to some concealer. And I love Kosas. Kelsey actually taught me about them. So Kosas concealer, it is also clean. Everything I'm doing is clean. I should have mentioned that at the top, but everything I'm using is clean or super clean. Sometimes some things are less clean than others, but these are all pretty clean, right, Kelsey? Mm-hmm. Like really clean. They're like really clean. Okay, so, so I learned this on TikTok, but basically when you're over 40, you have to change your game a little bit. I'm sure Kim will do a video soon now that she's 42, but you basically do a dot, dot, dot situation. Because if you put it all under here, you're gonna get creasy. And what this does is it helps aging eyes not crease. So then I kind of go in, you work it in. It's a really pretty concealer. There you go. Sometimes I kind of do this. And you can, if you want to highlight things a little bit more, get it a little closer for you guys. Can you tell I don't do this often? I'm not a makeup tutorial person. I'm just doing this for you guys. Sometimes I'll do this. Poof. We've got our foundation and our concealer on. I don't really contour much anymore because I just do it with my bronzer. But if you need a contour, this would be your time to contour. Oh. The Kosas, I use a 5.5, but everybody's different. So if you go into a Sephora, they'll test it out on you. Just make sure it's a light shader than like your foundation. So you have that nice. Okay, Hourglass, translucent powder. I don't know if this has an actual color. Oh yeah, it's Veil. This is amazing. I love this powder because it doesn't even feel like a powder. But what it does is it sets the foundation so it won't move, but without adding all this cakiness to you. So sometimes I was using, you know, compact powders on top and it would get cakey and thick. This is really, really light, so watch. Take a little bit more for my neck. And then you can judge if there are spots that need a little bit more. But you can see it's pretty thin. And I really, really like this one. Okay, moving on to bronzer. Oops, sorry, it's dirty. Annie Lawless again with the clean bronzer. I'm gonna take my bronzing brush and then I'm gonna start going in. And you can do the 3 if you wanna do a little contouring. Don't forget the ear. Don't forget the ear. And then don't forget the neck. And then I kind of use the residual to go in. And then if you want a little bit more contour, you just kind of pop that in at the end. Let's get those white spots a little bit. All right, let's clean up these eyebrows since I can't work when my eyebrows are crazy. A little coffee, my mom's crazy mugs that she has. Yum. Okay, now we are going to go to blush. Now, like I said earlier, I really love the Ilia cream blush, but because I'm gonna be on camera, I'm gonna go with the dry Lawless blush in Angel Suede. I really like this color, so I'm just gonna go up in here. Don't be afraid to get right in here. I try to avoid the cheeks. Like if it's a weekend, I'll do the cheeks and just kind of rosy and a little on my eyes and then out the door. But when you want kind of like a more kind of done look, I kind of do this too sometimes just to kind of make sure it's all blended in. And then I get my RMS and it's in Eye Polish Lunar. God, these are filthy. And I will pop that in with the brush. You can use your finger, you can use a sponge. I just happen to use this. And you go in here with just the amount you want. Sometimes people do more, sometimes people do less. And then you can go to the tip of your nose. Sometimes I go right here. Sometimes I'll just get the eye process going by doing a little in there. And that is your highlighter. Okay. Now we can curl our lashes and get to the eyes. Okay, so for the eyes, what do I want to do today? I love my Thrive eyeshadows. This is the number 3. These colors are pretty awesome and it doesn't move. That's been really a cool discovery. And I met the creator of Thrive Cosmetics and that's how I got to looking at these products. And I really think this is so good. Okay, so I'm taking this light one and just canvassing my eye as like a little prep. I am going to get my brown pencil and I'm going to just line my lid. Might need this. Actually, no, I can use my little Thrive one. This is fine. Can you tell I don't do this often? Are you laughing over the cups? Thanks. So I'm just gonna line my eye. It doesn't have to be perfect because you're gonna smudge everything. Anyway, so you line your eye. Okay, lined. Oh wait. Pausing for the intercom. We're under attack. Do my eyes look creepy because you can see the ring light in there? Okay. So we have our eyeliner on both eyes. Now, we're gonna take, by the way, the brushes that I'm using are by MAC. Like, this is a really good powder brush. You have to use the right brushes, Dimitri taught me. This is my bronzer brush. This little guy, they're all by MAC. Costs a lot too. I threw up in my mouth, but he got them for me as a gift. But when I saw them ringing up, I was like, Okay, so yeah, they've got great brushes. You can just go invest in yourself. You're gonna be doing your makeup every day of your life. So take good care of them, but get the right brushes. It makes a difference. So we are going to take the little guy. Now you can see I used it yesterday. It's still got some of the powder on there. I'm gonna take the little guy, and then I'm gonna mix these two colors here over the line. So I'm going here. And I'm gonna go in here and just smudging that brown line a little bit more. See that? I'll do it on this side. And see how I kind of made a little boo-boo? Don't worry about making mistakes. We're gonna smudge all that after. It's kind of hard to hold a mirror and do this at the same time. You can easily do that if something happens, and you can easily do that if something happens. So you're just kind of smudging it a little. Now we can take the same colors and we can create a little V, just for some depth in the corner. Also, it's great if your eyes are starting to drag in here. You can hide that with a little of this. Just kind of smush it in. Nothing has to be perfect because we're going to go back in later with another color. So this is what they talk about when they say V. See, it goes to the corner here. And then just kind of work it in a little. I'm gonna take another dirty brush, and we're gonna use this one mixed with a little of this. So we're gonna go all over the eye now, all over the eyebrow bone. So I'm gonna go down in here. This is such an imperfect game, but you're making a big V, like that.
I missed what the V was for.
Okay, well I'm doing the other eye now. So I'm mixing, mixing these two. And then I'm going in the eyebrow bone and going through the V again. So V, V, V. So in the brow bone, but then also angling down here. Now, if you want, you can take a little of this and go right over the lid. A little of the residue for a smokier look. Do you understand the whole V concept?
Kind of. You went in and up, right? Hi, everyone.
So, your V is boom, boom. So the corner of the V is here, wherever the corner of your eye is.
Oh.
So you would do your shadow, your deep shadow here, here.
Oh, and it makes it smoky?
Well, that's how you create this corner that kind of pops open your
Widens.
eye.
Wow.
But see, so this is the one angle of the V.
Yeah.
This is the other angle of the V. So it's like this.
Yeah. Oh, that's fancy. I've never heard that. Thank you,
like-
Maria.
Or like that.
Oh, cool.
So that's how you have to think about the V.
In and up.
Because sometimes people would talk about the V and I didn't understand it.
Yeah. That was what happened.
And even when they showed me, I still didn't understand it because I was so intimidated where I'm
I
like,
was gonna say, I'd be scared to do it.
So don't be scared. Now,
Okay. Okay.
you can see that this is all blended out a lot. So what I do is then I go back in with my pencil and I kind of redraw the line that's been so blended out because it helps you blend your eye and create the look, but you still want the liner to accentuate the eye. So I go back in. With the pencil to give the depth. Comprende? See that? And then if you want, you can go back in with this if it's a little much like mine and just soften it again, but it won't be too soft. See that? Boom. Now we take our mascara. This is by Thrive. Again, all clean. It's in Bryn Rich Black. And it's really fun when it comes off because it like peels right off your eyes. I find it to be really easy to get off. So I really enjoy that about it. Ah, okay. Just know once you put your coats on, it dries, you can't do more. If you make a mistake with your mascara, by the way, wait till it dries to go in with a Q-tip because it's so much easier to come off and it won't ruin your makeup. Definitely have a lot of little boo-boos in there I made, but we'll get that with the Q-tip after. Kels, do you have any Q-tips?
Yeah, I do. How many do you need, Rick?
Just one. It's coming together.
Q-tip flying in.
Thank you. Have you ever noticed how many funny faces you make when you do your mascara?
Yeah.
You got, I keep challenging myself to not make a face, but it's really impossible.
I've been told not to like squeeze your forehead so you don't get wrinkles.
Oh yeah.
Or scrunch your forehead. That's hard too.
I actually had a hairstylist in New York from France. He was so cool. And he never made facial expressions and he had no wrinkles and never did Botox. But I was like, you're living your life, not smiling.
Yeah. That's not fun.
Okay, so that is the mascara. We'll let that dry before we go back in and do any cleanup. I have this RMS Nude. It's called Daytime Nude Lip Liner that we are going to use right now. And Kelsey's been very obsessed with learning how to do her lips, so we can come on over.
Yeah.
And I will show you what I'm gonna do.
Isn't everyone's lip different though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but like we would work on yours, and then you like we need to scrub your guys so bad.
I know, they're so
Your poor
dry.
things. Mine got really dry yesterday too, but okay. Another tutorial we'll
Yeah.
do. Your lips. Okay, so you can see I've got like a little ledge here. So I'm gonna go over the ledge. I have a little beauty mark here. Dimitri taught me to do my lips like this where I go a little over. My best friend thought I got a lip job. She called me out of nowhere one day and she goes, "What did you do to your lips?" I'm like, "I didn't do anything." And she's like, "Yes, you did." And I go, "No, I didn't. It's called lip liner." So I had to actually do a tutorial with her so she could see and believe it. Okay, so see how I covered that little beauty mark? That's not technically my lip, it's above my lip. Now some people go straight here to get that kind of like even bigger thing. So there you go. And I go underneath here, and then you fill it in so it all looks like your lip. Can't just line anymore, because if you're gonna overline, you gotta fill it. Now see from like here, it looks so big. That was the angle she saw and thought I blew up my lips. Okay, so now the secret to making this look like your real lip is taking your dirty sponge. Now, what this does is it blends into your skin color, so it looks like your lip. The other thing that's really important with your nude, my nude isn't gonna be your nude or your nude. You have to pick your nude. Dimitri taught me this too, based on your skin color. So if this nude went on and it was really dark and very different than my skin, it would be really challenging to really make it the right nude. This would help, but you really want to pick something that's as close to your skin as you can get. So this happens to be the perfect nude for me, and I actually think it really would be a great nude for a lot of people because it is very nude. But then you do this over it and blend it in.
So we'll link that for you guys.
And then, by the way, if you're using your Ilia cream blush, you can use it everywhere. So I use it on my lips, I use it on my eyes. I'll do another tutorial with this because I take it and I bring it all the way down here as like a contour on the nose. It's pretty bomb. So we'll do that another time. But for now, I'm going to now add my Lawless lipstick, clean. I'm really excited that I'm not eating pounds and pounds of toxins now. And Clean Beauty has come up so much. Here we go. So, last thing is the brows. I know a lot of people love to fill in their brows. I'm not a big fan of like the big filled in brows. What I like to do is look at what I need specifically. Oh, I always touch up my mole after it gets hidden with foundation so it's clear what's going on right there. So I like to just barely touch my brows. So this is Thrive and Audrey. And so like right here, I have a little something. I trimmed my eyebrows. I probably went a little too far. So I gotta kind of add here. And then I help accentuate the line a little bit. And then I do the same thing over here. And where it's sparse and needs a little love, I'll go in carefully. Barely touching, because I don't want it to go on thick. My eyebrows can really get crazy fast. And then you brush it to make it not look like a line. So, in review. Now we're going to take a look at everything and see what we might need that we may have forgotten, or if we're happy. Okay. I think we're good to go. We got our highlight on, got our lips. Now if you want a little bit more color, you can add a different gloss on top, but this is my makeup routine and it's all clean. So I'm really excited to share that with you because it's taken me a long time to get here, and I wanted to show you that clean can be great. And as I'm talking about this, I'm realizing, I forgot one major step. Shit balls. I forgot to use my Ilia tinted moisturizer. So this is how I get my sunscreen on every day. Now I'm gonna have to do some kind of spray or something, dang. So because my moisturizer doesn't have a sunscreen sometimes, like if I use my Dermalogica 50, I've got it. Sometimes I use my True Botanicals Radiance Oil. So on a day like that, I add this, but I forgot it today. This also is so amazing under your foundation because it adds this like luminous quality. So, oops, that'll be the next tutorial. We'll do my day look without camera, which is really this, the Hourglass Translucent and the cream blush. So that'll be another tutorial, maybe quickly coming at you because I really wanted to show you that one. I love that. Okay, that's it guys. Hope you enjoy. Any questions you guys have, leave in the comments and we will address them in the next video.
And you guys, if you're watching this, go to the little blog post in the newsletter and I have a lot of this stuff linked.
Oh yeah.
So click, 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 and you can get everything Maria loves.
So she made it super easy. We like to make things super easy. So you can basically get everything you want without having it be hard, because that was the thing with my best friend Alyssa when I said, okay, we have to go clean on everything, and you guys will see subsequent videos of my skin, my body stuff, everything that I've switched over to that's clean. And she was like, that's so overwhelming. And I'm like, okay, come, I'll take you. So I took her to Sephora. I picked everything out for her because she was like too overwhelmed. But that's why we put it all in one place. So you can just click, 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 and you'll be done. We could also go on a Sephora adventure together too. I'm not mad at us meeting at Sephora, but for now, get you guys going. This is the best way to do it. Guys, I suck at this. I also forgot to clean up. So let me show you how we clean up. So basically you go in and you just kind of touch where you might have added a little too much mascara, and even right here on the lash line, on my eyeliner, I had some, and you just gently remove it so you don't ruin your makeup. That's that. Okay, hope you guys have an amazing day. Be nice people, make good choices, and be present.